Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulihim nabiyil kareem. All praise and thanks are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who gave us the means and the opportunity to study His book. Beloved brothers, sisters, my fathers, my elders, we looked at one side of the coin, how to increase our iman. And the greatest dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is what? What's the greatest dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Quran, right sisters? More than, where do you receive Allahu Akbar, Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Astaghfirullah? We receive from where, sisters? Quran. Excellent. So the other side of this coin is a very clear trailer. And this trailer starts with a healthy person. Maybe someone who's sitting in this room right now. A healthy person who heard a Maghrib class from here, and maybe a Tajweed class from here. He heard halaqat, he heard the dhikr of Allah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. I seek refuge with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from whom? Shaitan, the accursed. Bismillah. In the name of Allah, Man huwa? Who is this Allah ar-Rahman? The most beneficent, if I ever benefited. My older brother, he drove me here today, so I benefited from his ride here, and I benefited from him because Allah put beneficence in him. So anything that I benefit from is connected to Ar-Rahman. Ar-Rahim, the most merciful. So when the Mashayikh gave a young person the opportunity to stand here, they gave him mercy. It is their blessing that they receive from Allah, the most merciful. Next time you say, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. You say with the name of Allah, the one who, if I ever benefited from everything, it's because He's the most beneficent. And if I ever had mercy, my mom changed me, she didn't throw me away when I wet myself as a child, it's because she had mercy on me, given from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَمَنْ أَعْرَضَ عَنْ ذِكْرِي. Whosoever, the trailer starts, whomsoever turns away from the remembrance of Allah. The one who turns away from the remembrance of Allah, even though he was reminded. فَإِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكًا. He's going to find difficulty in this world. He kept hearing week in and week out. Weekend class here, fiqh of salah there. He kept hearing Salat al-Tarawih, Ramadan to Ramadan. Wake up, remember the book of Allah. فَإِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكًا. But he not only turned away from the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but inevitably, he found obstacles in this life. He found difficulty. My parents don't allow me, they don't give me the chance to study. He found obstacles. Who is this person? The one who turned away from the remembrance of Allah. But he thought that these obstacles in this world were tough. وَنَحْشُرُهُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ أَعْمَى. وَنَحْشُرُهُ, and we will raise the one who was reminded and turned away from that remembrance. We will raise him on Yawm al-Qiyamah, blind. And he will come to Allah. قَالَ رَبِّ لِمَ حَشَرْتَنِي أَعْمَى. قَالَ رَبِّي, the one who turned away from Rabbi, he says today, لِمَ حَشَرْتَنِي أَعْمَى. Why am I blind today? I was healthy, hale, I had 20/20 vision. I knew everything of the dunya, Ya Allah. وَنَحْشُرُهُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ أَعْمَى. He's raised blind and he says, قَالَ رَبِّ لِمَ حَشَرْتَنِي أَعْمَى وَقَدْ كُنْتُ بَصِيرًا. When I previously had the ability to see, when I previously had the opportunity to attend and learn and function and be humble, why am I blind today? The ayah, the verse, the wording, قَالَ just like this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala responds, قَالَ كَذَلِكَ, just like this. So the man asked, why am I blind? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala answers only as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can answer. But why? وَقَدْ كُنْتُ بَصِيرًا, why am I blind? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala responds to the one who he turned away from. He's not kafir. He turned away from the remembrance. قَالَ كَذَلِكَ أَتَتْكَ آيَاتُنَا, my signs came to you. فَنَسِيتَهَا, my ayat, they came to you. You forgot them. وَكَذَلِكَ الْيَوْمَ تُنْسَى, and today you came to me, so I have forgotten you. The greatest ni'mah of the Day of Judgment is not Jannah. It is one function that we all can't even talk about. It is the ability, the opportunity to see. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, my ayat, they came to you. Sometimes here, sometimes here. My ayat came to you in Arabic, my ayat came to you in tajweed classes, grammar classes, usul al-fiqh classes. They came and came and came. فَنَسِيتَهَا وَكَذَلِكَ الْيَوْمَ تُنْسَى وَكَذَلِكَ, and just like that, وَكَذَلِكَ الْيَوْمَ تُنْسَى, you came to me and I forgot you. We ask ourselves this one question: by just taking our eyesight away, has Allah forgotten us? Even in His punishment to us, there is mercy. Because if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgot you, you'd be sitting at the pit of hell. He just took one thing away, and He called that forgiveness. We turn away from the ayat of Allah every day, and that's a complete forgetful. That's completely rejecting, completely forgetting. وَكَذَلِكَ نَجْزِي مَنْ أَسْرَفَ وَلَمْ يُؤْمِنْ بِآيَاتِ رَبِّهِ. وَكَذَلِكَ نَجْزِي, look at the wording. And this is how we pay back. If I may use the word reward, this is how we reward. وَكَذَلِكَ نَجْزِي مَنْ أَسْرَفَ وَلَمْ يُؤْمِنْ. This is how we pay back and we reward the people who crossed the line in the sand between halal and haram, who walked up to that line and said, well, let me blur it a little bit with Hanafi Shafi, let me blur it a little bit with Tablighi, Salafi and Sufi, let me blur it, so I really don't have to do anything, I just have to hate. وَكَذَلِكَ نَجْزِي مَنْ أَسْرَفَ وَلَمْ يُؤْمِنْ بِآيَاتِ رَبِّهِ. This is how we pay back the people who blur the line in the sand between halal and haram, and they don't. وَلَمْ يُؤْمِنْ بِآيَاتِ رَبِّهِ وَلَعَذَابُ الْآخِرَةِ أَشَدُّ وَأَبْقَى. We end on this last sentence, which is profound. وَلَعَذَابُ الْآخِرَةِ, and the punishment of the hellfire, أَشَدُّ وَأَبْقَى. It's not shiddah, it is not severe and lasting, it is more severe and more lasting. So I ask you that much. More severe than what? I'll get more inclined to religion later. فَإِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكَ. He found obstacles in this world. You think that's the difficulty? It'll hit the fan in the hereafter. Don't wait till then. Brothers and sisters, you fill this auditorium because we think we have fulfilled the right of the Book of Allah. Let us now fulfill the right of the Book of Allah.